Hi, welcome to the seventh episode of this monthly series where I share our experience in designing intelligent human computer interfaces at the Augmented Human Lab I run. So, today I'll be talking about a project aimed at developing a new interface that can recreate the sensation of touch. This was done by one of my PhD students. As usual, I will provide an overview of the project, and if there are questions on the floor, I will tackle them after the short introduction. Right. So, why we did this? As you know, feeling a touch is one of the things that we always experience, and we were keen to find out if we can create this sensation of touch using new human computer interfaces. And there has been a lot of other efforts trying to do this with uh, different types of interfaces, as you can see from here. uh, like vibration motors that provides vibration feedback, patches on skin. There has been many efforts. We wanted something that's more seamless and potentially weave into our clothes. So what we did was basically we used this shape memory alloy, and as you can see, it's a forearm augmentation, something that you can wear like a wristband, and it has this wires that change its length and creates this shear forces, and with this you can create a sensation of someone touching. So let me just tell you what is this special wires are. These are called shape memory alloy wires. And as you can see from this little video, when they're heated, the length changes and it creates a powerful force. So this is quite easy to incorporate. All you need is these wires. And then when you run a current through them, it heats up, changes its length. And when you mount that onto something that sits on the skin, it can create shear forces. So with this, we created these little plasters. These are having few layers. On top there is a layer that can let go the heat. Then the middle, the purple layer, is a stretchable adhesive textile with this shape memory alloy wires stuck to it. So when the wire changes the shape, this cloth stretches. And then below is a layer that insulate the skin from the thermal and electricity. So that's how one of the plasters were constructed. Then we ran several studies to understand the size of this plaster and how you can uh, create a composite of these plasters like a matrix. So first thing we want to find out is what might be the size we want to work with, and the effect of the direction, whether we want to place it the stretching along the longitudinal or the vertical. So we tested with few sizes, and we had few people trying this out with two orientations, and we ran a number of samples. The objective was to see if there is a optimal size we can move forward. Here are the results. So the blue shows one orientation, red shows another orientation, and then they are grouped by the size. As you can see, the smallest size, the accuracy of detection is low, and when the size gets too big, also goes down. The highest seems to be the 3x3 or 4x4, and for obvious reasons, we went with the smaller size. So the size of each pixel, if you think of this as a pixel, is 3x3. That's one thing we experimented and decided. Then we wanted to figure out what would be the minimum space that we need between these, so that you feel them as two things, right? If you can feel them as two things, then you can do many things. We tried without any distance, 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter, and 3 centimeter. And again, got a bunch of people, uh, tried these 4 distances, and again, to control for randomness, we tried many trials. And here are the results. As you can see, the accuracy goes up as the distance goes higher. And here 3 cm seems to be the right choice, because anything below 2 or 1 or 0, uh, there's no significant difference between the accuracy. Once you get to 3, it's much better than any of the other distances. So we decided we'll place them at least 3 centimeters apart. The third thing we wanted to explore was how do we attach this purple color adhesive. The cloth comes with adhesive on it, so that's one option, as you can see from the right. Then the trouble with that is when you take out and put it back, it's a bit more cumbersome. Then we tried adding silicone layer, which means it sits nicely on skin, but you can easily take it out and put it back. The third option, the leftmost, is the nano, which is really these nano suction cups. When you push this in, it gets stuck, you can pull it out. So we wanted to see what works the best, because for this to work, it should have appropriate friction on the skin. When the wire contracts, it should pull the skin in. So we tried these 3 different types of attachments, again with bunch of people, tried number of trials, and here's the results. As you can see, the nano pad did not perform well. The silicone pad and the adhesive sticker, there was no significant difference, although the silicone pad is slightly low accuracy, but the difference is not significant. So we decided to move ahead with these 2 options. So what we did then is, now with this knowledge, we built a matrix 3 by 5. So it's a 15 cells, and they are 3 centimeters apart. Each one is 3 by 3, and then one has the adhesive plaster, the other one has the silicone pad. And with this, we wanted to understand, can we really recreate the sensation of touch? So we came up with these different touch sensations: grabbing the arm, grabbing the wrist, tapping, 3 taps down, 3 taps up, stroking down, stroking up, and encircling on the arm and on the wrist. So the study we did 2 studies. First, the person was wearing a virtual reality headset, and they were seeing these videos, as you can see from the right. So they saw somebody, stroking up, or all these 8 things I mentioned, and they were feeling what came through from their forearm augmentation, the PhantomTouch. We asked them, now you see this somebody touching and you feel, tell us how realistic this is. That's first thing we did. The second thing we did was, we didn't show them any video. We just made them feel a sensation. We asked them, what is it? Is this somebody tapping? Is this somebody stroking? Is this somebody encircling? All these 8 things. So basically, the first study was, again, 20 people, these 8 different illusions, and we had the 2 different designs, the silicone pad and the adhesive. And in this one, they saw a video, at the same time they felt something. We asked, how realistic? When you see this somebody stroking up, you feel, tell us how realistic. The second one, there was no video, they felt something, they needed to tell us which one it is out of these 8 illusions, which is about whether people can really recognize. And these are the results. So as you can see, out of 5, this realism was out of 5. People felt these are quite real in the design A with the adhesive plaster 4.1, design B 3.9. And then more interestingly, they were able to identify in one case 94%, and in the other one 87%. So basically you can play this and you can tell whether this is somebody stroking down or somebody tapping your hand. And we can really break it down. As I said, these are like eight different illusions we created. And on the left side, this is which we call this the confusion matrix. And you can see the only place that's probably gets a bit confused is people get this 3 taps down, TTD, sometimes confused with the stroking down. So tapping gets confused with whether it's really stroking. Apart from that, the rest are very, very high, recognized with high accuracy. And then, of course, the one with the silicon pad design B had less accuracies compared to the one with the adhesive on the garment itself. But the pros and cons, or the price you pay, is with the adhesive, it's cumbersome to put it on and off. With the silicon, you pay a bit of the accuracy, but then it's easy to put it on and take it out because there's no adhesive. The silicon layer creates enough friction. We thought of a few applications. Here are a couple of them. One is, training somebody to hold sport equipment correctly, because you can tell, okay, as if someone is touching your hand and telling you to move the hands. So you could do that. So okay, I need to change my grip. On the second one, it's for example, in VR support for, say, doing a learning on performing a operation. So again, you might be holding onto a equipment, and then with the PhantomTouch, you can be guided how to hold it and how to use it. Yeah, so that's basically a summary, which is we develop a new interface that is using shape memory alloys, and it can recreate the sensation of touch. The initial design was informed by a series of studies where we found what's the size of an individual pixel, and the placement, the distance between them, and different attachment mechanisms. Then we build that into a matrix, and we show that we can realistically recreate at least 8 different touch perceptions. And as I said, this was led by one of my PhD students, as well as few other researchers in the lab. So I hope this gives a quick overview of PhantomTouch, and I'm happy to take questions from the floor. Do we have any questions? Looks like we don't have questions today. That's fine. If you saw this video and if you wanted to ask a question later, you can always reach out to me through suranga@ahlab.org, or you can visit our lab webpage, www.ahlab.org, to see more details and read the research papers, find out more. All right, so that concludes the session today. We'll come back with another webinar next month. Take care. Bye.